I went ahead and decided to give you this video, even though we all know that Casual goes on my channel. Me and Casual have a special relationship, but I'm allowing you to have this video.
You allow me to touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate
and
that.
And don't ask any questions about why.
It's got no whales.
There's no ulterior motive here.
It's got no pails.
Right.
It doesn't cost me any money. I see no issue with this at all.
Perfect.
This seems free.
Great.
This is free love.
It is.
I feel like there's just a lot of us on the screen right now.
They're just big.
That was rude as hell.
Big guy.
Besides my wife.
Nah,
don't you try to wrap that up
big
now.
Guy, pants okay. SpongeBob, big guy, pants okay.
Thank you. So we're here for...
I don't know how to do this.
Thank you. We're here for Casual Geographic. I appreciate the insult and dance measure that I had to ensue after it. It is like my worst fear of musicals. It's kind of like that Disney thing. They come in, tell you like a really lame joke, and then you have to watch a 5-minute and 50-second song about it. It is the most disrespectful thing that you can kind of do. You've hurt my feelings, and now you have to jig about it. But here we go. We already like this guy, so we're here for more. That's kind of what we do here. We find one niche, and we stick to it for years. And that's why you're here. That's why I'm here. Wife?
That's why I'm here.
They're goddamn right. So we're here, the Red Panda Pandemic.
That is not what that says.
Red Panda Academic. And they're everywhere. We've heard a little bit about red pandas here and there on the channel.
Right.
It kind of drops them in. I like them because, you know, any alt-colored thing kind of just drags my attention.
Yeah.
All the reason why I play Guilty Gear. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Me.
What is happening?
It's a red panda in the sky. Oh my God.
Oh.
Oh my. Hey, dude. You don't have to do that for views, right?
Starting off with a snuff film is nuts.
God, we gotta start our video with more drama.
Oh
We'll do that next time.
Red pandas are the paralysis demon of depression, and the first thing it sees after hearing boss music. The red panda is the cutest thing alive that will take the lives of other animals. We'll get into that.
Sure.
Red pandas are so cute that off instinct I almost don't trust them. They're built like a deliberate distraction from what?
Oh, some pull-ups.
Hello?
What? Give him a briefcase, and he looks like he's gonna sell me awful financially crippling insurance. And for the last time, I am absolutely on board.
Yeah.
The red panda is so adorable, it's almost too good to be true. And like healthcare and insurance payouts, they actually are. This animal is not what you think it is. The internet will have you believing it's a wholesome, ginger, chunkus, raccoon, and panda adjacent. But I know the truth, and I will be exposing them. But first, this video was sponsored by absolutely no one. Except my personal biases, let's get it.
Okay.
First of all, the red panda is the biggest victim of clout jacking in nature. This is actually the original panda. Let me explain. The red panda was first described in 1825 by zoologist Frédéric Cuvier, who called it the cutest, most beautiful animal he'd ever seen, and even gave it the scientific name Alurus fulgens, which literally means fire cat.
Hell yeah.
He said flamboyantly clad in what? In chestnut, chocolate, and cream. Oh, he was gassing.
Yeah.
He was gassing this thing up. Oh my goodness, a creature of great beauty and charm.
I mean, it is though.
Fell in love.
Look at it.
And they earned the panda name from the Nepali word bonya, meaning bamboo eater. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
Well, the obese, bamboo-eating bean chair of a bear was first described in 1869 by Pierre Armand David. They inherited the panda name because folks saw me bamboo and were like, damn, him too.
Right,
and soon the two bonyas were related.
Yeah.
So yeah, this panda was actually named after that panda.
By the way, we are also incredibly dumb as a species. If you've been following along throughout the years about the amount of things that we said, these are related because they look alike.
Yeah.
And that's it. They do similar things, thus we named them similar. Is incredibly stupid by modern standards.
I kind of like it.
I do kind of like it.
Very simple creatures,
but
man.
like when we ask other questions, like, yeah, why do their organs work differently?
Yeah.
This is because they are not the same.
Right.
Almost 50 years after the fact. And somehow, even with half a century handicap, the second panda managed to lap the premier panda in popularity.
Which is
so
so
much
whack.
that the OP, original panda, is now called the lesser panda. Now there is an argument that lesser just refers to size, which is why the giant panda gets body shamed in its own name. But I already don't appreciate gibbons being clocked as lesser apes, much less a commie raccoon being a lesser anything. But it's actually worse for the red panda, because these two pandas aren't related. Giant pandas are bears, and people should look up panda attacks to remember that. Red pandas are
not bears.
Well, we'll get to that, but they're not bears. They're not even remotely related.
Right.
Which means the DreamWorks jockey borrowed the name from an animal it's not even related to 50 years after, stole its identity, and left it with lesser.
Damn.
So
That's
now,
pretty dope.
not only does Google acknowledge the biracial bear first when you look up panda, even people that try standing up for the original accidentally overcorrect by saying, you know, red pandas aren't actually pandas.
But they are
Except
pandas.
they are. They are the ponyas. They came first. I can't think of another animal that's had that happen to it. Except maybe penguins. Penguins got their name from looking like a bird they're not even related to.
Damn.
But at least the great auk is extinct. Red pandas
Right.
are still here, albeit they're endangered. Which is actually another issue I have, because giant pandas would end up becoming the poster child of endangered species, and would even be immortalized as a World Wildlife Fund logo.
Yeah.
And you can't even point to pretty privilege. Red pandas are obscenely pretty.
They're
just
When you
are.
save a
cute.
nonprofit
They are
money on
better, yeah.
printing fees by being black and white, you get the nod as the logo, and that's not even a joke. The price of color printing got the red panda passed over. They probably wouldn't have gotten the credit anyway, because if you know this logo, you know the company Firefox.
Firefox.
And the Firefox mascot was based on a red panda.
What?
As adorable as they are, red pandas have been shoved to the shadows.
Firefox being based off of red pandas
That made me so angry.
I almost stopped to Google it,
That's why nobody uses you.
but I was just like, it would make me more mad if it was true.
That's why nobody uses Firefox.
And for a while, they had a good thing going because the tech pros really like it. When you boot up Ubuntu, right? Firefox is one of the go-to offsetting apps, you know, to do your little search engines for.
My hair is too fluffy.
It is the perfect amount of fluff, and you take that back immediately.
It's fluffing up too much.
It is the perfect amount of fluff.
I'm all fluffed up.
I will hear nothing less. You will positively
okay, all
affirm
right,
that.
sorry.
Goddamn
hair
right.
is-
Also, look at the little swoosh I got going there, huh?
Yeah, you got a lot.
Isn't that incredible, Dot? Don't touch the art. Admire.
Oh, okay, sorry.
All right, you can touch
That's
it.
my art.
You
but-
can touch it now.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But the rest of you out there, feast with your eyes. Huh? Corny bastards.
Should have been avoided. Because remember, I said the Reds were first described in 1825 by Cuvier. Except, not really. It was actually General Thomas Hardwick who's credited with introducing the fire panda to the Western world.
Okay.
And he even did a presentation at the Linnaean Society in London with what's considered the first ever red panda painting in Europe in 1821. Like Cuvier, Hardwick
That nigga sucked at painting.
That's actually not a bad painting for that
Not
era.
this.
No, the other one. For that time frame, that's not bad. These are field paintings more likely.
True.
Yeah, that's pretty good. For the time frame,
Yeah.
look at like how it's actually 3D with like shadowing and stuff. That was just now emerging into the, you know.
This is better than when they made those paintings of elephants and horses and
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just trash.
Yeah.
Complete ass.
Like Cuvier, Hardwick also wrote about them, except in his report, he didn't call it a panda. He called it a wah, based off their call. But despite writing the report in 1821, Hardwick's work wasn't published until 1827. With
Wow.
Rio.
Wow.
Rio.
What are you doing?
Wario.
That is not what he says. That is not what he says. Didn't you play Mario? You were a Mario girl.
I only played Super Mario Galaxies 1 and 2.
Cuvier's work out 2 years earlier, he got the naming rights, and Red Panda stuck. If Thomas could have just locked in a little earlier, we'd be calling this a wah or a chihuahua, and who knows what butterfly effect follows.
Right.
So yeah, Red Pandas got shafted, and as you
dope.
can tell, I'm fed up for them. But being compared to a bear, retconned as a raccoon, firefox, and firecat begs the question, if it's
What
none of
is
these, what even is a red panda?
Right.
All right, let's do this one last time.
I'm gonna vote.
With
It's some sort of canid,
What a great pick.
right?
I'm gonna go with a rat.
Oh.
It's a fucking rat.
Okay.
Goddamn right.
mammals, there's two classes of carnivores, feliform and caniform, team cat and team dog. I'm sure you've heard this all before.
Yes.
And caniformia is made up of dogs.
Right.
Of all kinds, including steroid solo dogs, sea dogs, stink dogs, shiesty dogs,
Right.
and dogs with a Napoleon complex.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was the bear family of Ursidae and the raccoon family of Procyon that split custody, as early scientists classified the red panda as part of one or the other. But DNA research determined that the wah was more like a what and was placed in its own family of Alluridae,
Sure.
of which it's the only surviving member. However, further DNA studies as early as
Oh,
20
that got way sadder, actually.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
It's a wah. And it's alone.
years ago put the red panda under the Mustaloidia superfamily umbrella.
Oh, okay.
And if that's confusing, mustelids are the family of miniature caniform crashouts and weasel rage we all know and love. Hey look, that's Stoffel. Mustaloidia is the superfamily that holds the mustelids, skunks, raccoons, raccoon equivalents, and now the red panda. So while their closest cousins are these guys, the red panda is more like a living fossil that diverged from the other caniforms pretty early on.
But it is a canid, like I said.
It's more like they're their own thing.
Yeah,
and while the ones we know are the last man standing, the red panda party used to be packed. For example, Samosayon Batalari was an alurid about the size of a cougar that would have had jaws on the level of a hyena.
This music is from RuneScape, by the way, and it's very pleasant.
Was an alurid about the size of a cougar that would have had jaws on the level of a hyena. That would have been an American problem. But today, we're left with a much cuter version, which actually has two species, the Chinese and the Himalayan red panda. And if you can't tell them apart, neither could science. Until like 2020, because that's when it was widely accepted that these are two separate species.
Sure.
But honestly, I probably shouldn't be so hard on scientists for confusing them with bears. It's not like the Reds made it easy. Obviously, both bonyas are absolute slurs for bamboo. But what was really confusing was both managed to evolve the same false thumb, a pseudo thumb whose purpose is to help them grip bamboo. Reminder, they're not related, but with the same thumb emerging, same test, same answers means evolution's converging. But there is one thing they don't have in common. Why are red pandas red while the bigger mammals monochrome? Well, with the giant variety, the pandas are actually the color of compromise.
Loki, that picture of that panda looks very menacing.
He better tell you some shit. He better tell you some shit right here. Like, hey, nigga, the government's lying to you. I couldn't stand by any longer, bro. It's all a lie. You gotta look past the curtain, man.
Like,
bro.
you look real suspicious.
Now take this bag of coke. Right? Like he's up to something, right?
Put him in some armor. He belongs in Elden Ring, bro. He's an Elden Ring side quest holder.
He's just tarnished.
Yeah.
You a bitch ass nigga.
Oh shit.
He wouldn't be like a nice. Nah, he would have some random ass quote that he.
Yeah, he'd have some random shit.
Yeah. But real suspicious though, like they do.
Are actually the color of compromise. It's believed they have white fur to blend into the snowy climate, black limbs to match the shade, black ears to intimidate predators and look like a threat, but black eye spots to help individuals recognize each other. That's literal face ID. And science says having an awful diet is why. Because bamboo gives them so little, they'll never be able to store enough fat to hibernate. And with them being constantly on the move to look for food, they can't molt their fur fast enough to match their environment. That's why I said compromise. It's the best nature could do. Red pandas are like the pretty privileged sloths of Asia because they spend 90% of their lives in the trees and they spend most of that sleeping. Go see one in the zoo and you'll see what I mean.
My dream life. Cute.
Yeah, this was worth the car ride, the train ride, the path train ride, and the price of admission. Me.
Oh, hello.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, immediately.
Damn. The parking
Red
ticket.
white fur means the wa disappears in fir trees covered by reddish moss and white lichen. But of course, the most famous thing these two have in common is their choice of diet. They fully committed to lives as bamboo sinks, so much that the giant bonya actually lost their ability to taste meat. You might catch a bear trying a dead wildebeest or murking a peacock, but virtually all their protein comes from bamboo. It's even been found that giant pandas...
Why are they sitting, ice cream cones? They sitting at the table, bro.
Right.
Just tearing this shit up. And the seats ain't even built for their bodies.
Right.
They don't sit like that.
Have a sweet tooth, with them preferring natural sugars over water. Red pandas move to a similar beat of being mostly for bamboo. They'll also mix it up with fruits, nuts, blossoms, the occasional egg, birds, mice. I told you. But red pandas also have a sweet tooth, and it's believed they're the only non-primate mammal able to taste artificial sweeteners, with the was showing a preference for fake sugar like sucralose and aspartame, which makes the sugar fox the only mammal without thumbs that can appreciate NutraSweet and Splenda. The last thing they have in common might not seem that special, but it is to me. Red pandas being pregnant for an average of 130 days might not seem like a lot until you realize cats their size carry kittens for just over 60. And it's because, like giant pandas, red pandas experience delayed implantation, which basically means they can procrastinate pregnancy by having the fertilized embryo just float around
just chilling,
implanting. It means
Sure.
red pandas can put pregnancy on pause and wait till the best possible condition to have kids. Sometimes it takes
That's
90
fucking
days,
cool.
sometimes over 5 months. Both pandas can do this, but to be fair, so can a lot of mammals, like over 100. Red pandas have anywhere from 1 to 4 cubs, each the size of a stick of butter, and each managing to be cuter than the original.
Butter-sized.
Tiny.
What a oddly specific yet accurate description of a
Yeah.
size.
Yeah.
Stick of butter.
Very small.
That's awesome.
They shadow Mama Ponya for about a year, learning everything about how to panda. But by far, the absolute cutest thing about them is that at about 6 weeks, the ginger cubs reach what has scientifically been referred to as the crackhead phase. Many
I'm
animals
sorry?
use play to sharpen the skills
they
only later in
don't.
life.
I'm sorry?
Precocious pandas will play with and pounce on anything,
Oh.
often their parents, in a period that has been called the popcorn phase. It's so
Okay.
sweet, I think I have diabetes.
That's
I don't care
adorable.
what y'all think or what it costs. I'll tank any consequences to have this in my house.
Yeah.
Is what I would say if I didn't know the truth.
God damn
Red
it.
pandas are not what you think they are. If not friend, why friend-shaped? How about I show you what adopting a ponya would do to your
Please.
life? Because you'd end up hating both. The day you brought one home, you'd notice a
Prove it.
major difference between a fire cat and an actual cat.
Which
As
is?
much as cats would hate to admit it, cats are social animals and actually appreciate affection. Red pandas are solitary and only really tolerate their own kind when they're making or raising.
So what's the problem? They come in the house, they sleep, they eat, and they disappear.
Right.
You're not making a very good argument
This
here,
sounds
Casual.
fine.
It sounds completely
This
fine.
sounds fine.
And as zookeepers will tell you, unless you're carrying food, a living plush toy will barely acknowledge you. In fact, probably avoid you. The sick joke is, the animal that's friend-shaped is not friendly at all. And they also really, really hate being picked up. That's basically a
Oh.
threat. And while
All right.
God
okay.
damn it.
Okay. You hit me with a big one there.
Ugh.
I was willing to take the neglect. I was like, maybe I could just pick it up and it could ignore me.
Yeah.
Like this
just,
is
you'll just sit on my lap, but like we don't have to
we don't
acknowledge each other.
acknowledge each other.
Yeah.
But this is a fight.
Yes.
While the red panda's first response to being threatened is adorable, their second choice is a lot less cute.
Bitch.
The same
Oh.
semi-retractable claws for gripping trees would deliver one hell of an attitude adjustment the first time
Right.
you try to play them for a pet. And the same jaws for crushing bamboo
Oh.
would
That's-
easily make your hands
Oh.
see-through.
Oh
Your
my
house is their
God.
prison and solitary confinement is their mission, and they'll maul the goodwill out of you. And as is the case with a lot of wild animals, human-raised red pandas are way more aggressive and trigger-happy with their
Oh.
temper. Also, their diet would bankrupt you, but it's the consequences of what they eat that would really be a problem. The red panda's poor diet means they can't digest most of it. So not only do they have to eat gluttonous amounts, what that means is red pandas can poop out their
They
own
be
body weight in
shitting.
waste in a week and can drop bamboo-laden bowel bombs up to 40 times a day. Now add that they constantly scent lump of
40?
urine and your house would smell like a dog park in August. Almost forgot, red pandas sleep up to 17 hours a day, but are crepuscular, so the only times the panda would panda is when you're either getting ready to or trying to sleep. So you'd be dead broke, sleep deprived up to your collar and caca, and probably missing several fingers and possibly an eye. Not to
Alright.
mention, the rogue panda that's built for the cold and high altitude would lose its mind in your house, and their susceptibility to disease is something you never emotionally or financially recover
Okay,
from. But
I get it.
All right. You're
I
kinda,
got it.
He's landed on thick, I think.
Like,
It's a bit of an
god
exaggeration.
damn.
A little bit of money.
Could you be a little gentler
Yeah.
while crushing my hopes and dreams?
A little bit of late nights. So they're not built for capitalism. What if I go to Kentucky?
Mind
or
you, I don't
something?
even go to bed till 3 a.m.
We could work. We might be able to work this out if you had a better attitude about it. Huh? Have you considered that? What if you decided saying, stop it when they get sick? Anybody ever tried some positive affirmations?
What if you put them in a diaper?
They could just have like one of those depends.
Yeah.
And then drag it around my house. I don't think this is going to work
I don't
out.
think so.
Probably wouldn't even get that far, because the other thing about bringing red pandas into your house, they will find a way out.
I
That's a
love
promise. Orangutans are definitely the animal that stresses out enclosure engineers the most, but a red-faced ringtail is a close second.
Really?
The rabbit hole of red pandas breaking out is hilariously extensive, and also why you could not keep these bastards in Planet Zoo. I challenge you to Google red panda escapes, click news, and marvel at how many times a literal
Damn.
Harry Houdini has humbled humanity.
Damn.
I'm gonna go through some of my favorites. The first documented red panda escape was in 1978 in the Rotterdam Zoo, aka Die Heide Blijdorp in Netherlands, and it created a
Do it.
I was trying to
Do
fucking no, I can't say it, but I was trying to read it and I just quit. I thought
Billy Dorp.
I'm gonna-
Billy Jorp.
I'm gonna say something that's kind of offensive.
D. Jarde.
And I don't want casual. I don't want no beef. I don't want no smoke. I kind of thought that maybe this was an AI photo.
This photo? What was
Because I couldn't read the words, and AI be fucking up words.
My wife would be the only one to really use that. They can't write letters, not words. The letters are nonsensical, not the words.
Sometimes the words be nonsensical too.
Play the video.
I'm just saying,
Play
but I
the
understand
video.
now.
Yeah, Dijon-Billardet is a real place.
I think that might be more offensive than what I just said.
DiGiorno?
Okay.
All right.
Not known as the red panda effect. Because
That's
even
what I
though the
said.
red panda was found just tragically not alive, the zoo still received hundreds of calls and sightings claiming to have seen it, even a year after he had died. The red panda effect is now synonymous with a psychological phenomenon where people tend to see exactly what they're looking for, even when it's not really there. And even
Damn.
provoke commentary on how the brain tends to fill in gaps in perception and can even alter that perception. Either that or Big Panda gaslit the hell out of the Dutch. In 2007, Yin the red panda made people wait 2 hours on the day of her debut before showing herself, and after taking a brief look around, said nah and immediately
She said,
escaped.
"I'm outta
Keepers
here."
responded by adding electrical wiring around her enclosure, and that same month, she bypassed that wiring by using overhanging tree branches and got out again. But she
Sure.
never actually left the zoo. She climbed 30 feet up a tree and made the zoo director climb after her to get her.
I
10
love
years
it.
later, Sunny the red panda escaped, except this time, she fully left the zoo premises and was never seen again.
Oh.
Which is crazy because no one caught
She's
the
just
red
gone?
panda in Virginia. Yet somehow, after a bloodhound search, bamboo traps, drones, and a several-year manhunt, Sunny's still a ghost. And the reason why? Well, the prevailing theory is that she got fed up with the constant amorous advances from a male named Thomas, and eventually
I
Andy
feel it.
Dufresne herself from him.
I feel
it
that.
wouldn't be the
Thomas.
I feel that.
Also, is the Dufresne's a joke from Mitch, the stand-up comedian? Because that's a legendary fucking pull. You never seen the Dufresne skit? We will take a pit stop after this.
Okay.
Go ahead. You sneaky
the last
bastard.
time. Because in 2023,
Greasy
and
bastard.
eventually Andy Dufresne herself from him. It wouldn't be the last time, because in 2023 in Poland, Ponzu the red panda broke out and would scale the highest tree he could find to get away from his overly going mate Maja. In December 2015, in the Hangzhou Zoo, a branch broke in the panda cage under the weight of snow, and the 3 reds inside climbed it and escaped. 2 were immediately caught and returned, but the 3rd remained a fugitive for 242 days. And after 8 months of
Golly.
wondering where he was or if he was even still alive, he was eventually discovered in August of the next year,
Where?
chilling in a tree not far from the zoo, and that's when his life on the lam came to an end. But the most famous red panda runaway was probably Rusty. Rusty the red panda was living in the Smithsonian Zoo, and one morning in June 2013, staff returned to the enclosure to find it short exactly 1 Rusty.
Damn.
This led to a full-on manhunt, as keepers feared that an animal that cute unsupervised in Washington, D.C. was
Definitely-
surely kidnapped.
definitely
They took it to
so.
Twitter, and Rusty broke the internet in a way you just had to be there for. It was an entire day where the world was on
Don't do
panda
anything
watch.
for it.
Eventually, the internet did what it does, with even politicians on opposite sides getting involved, and Rusty's day off ended when he was found in the Adams Morgan neighborhood and brought back to the zoo.
I'm
and while
dead.
the best guess is branches weighed down by rain is how he escaped, zoo officials still aren't 100% sure how Rusty
They
did it,
just say
and
he
even
just
brought in a team of
disappeared.
zoo experts, basically the Avengers of animal handlers, to investigate, because he wasn't going to tell them, and neither was his roommate Shama, who he was brought in to mate with and hopefully have kids with. Oh, this guy. If you wanted an update, Rusty continued living in DC, and in 2014 was transferred to the Smithsonian Conservation Biology Institute with Shama,
Sure.
who he apparently warmed up to and had cubs with, until he was transferred to the Pueblo Zoo in Colorado in 2019,
And?
where he tragically and unexpectedly passed away in 2021.
Now why?
But not before adding to his legacy by having twins with another panda.
That's
R.I.P.
lit.
Rusty. You got around in every possible way.
Right.
The irony of red pandas constantly breaking out of zoos is we might not be far from a reality where zoos are the only place we can see them. The reason I made a big deal about the panda thing in the beginning isn't because I have beef with a bamboo bear. I've actually defended them on this channel.
Yeah.
But while giant pandas have become the nepo babies of conservation and the face of endangered species, the giant panda has actually been off the endangered species list for about a decade.
Oh, shit.
Meanwhile, the population of red pandas is estimated to be less than 10,000.
Oh,
And the
no.
word estimate's doing some heavy lifting. Some experts fear the real number's closer to less than a quarter of that.
Oh, wow.
Why is there
Oh,
so
wow.
much discrepancy?
Yeah, that's like a huge
That's like a lot.
they just get to like 1,000, they go, that's probably 10 times that many.
Like, hello? That's insane. That's actually crazy.
Red pandas still have a lot of things threatening their existence, like cheese. The mass production of local cheese popular with tourists and the ever-growing herds of livestock needed to fuel it has been a disaster for many of the red pandas living in Nepal, as a switch from forest to grasslands for grazing is like the worst form of gentrification. Pandas getting outcompeted by chori isn't the only problem. The same dogs used for herding can also end up mauling the endangered panda, and that's on top of spreading diseases that can pack up the entire red panda population, with canine distemper being one of the worst. And like I said, you can't get away with being that cute without humanity trying to traffic you. There's other threats too, but deforestation, dogs, and degeneracy from humans are the main things pushing the red panda to past tense. So now that I've surely ruined the vibe and possibly your day, what can you do? One way is, if you're going to be a tourist in Nepal, do it in a way that's sustainable and using an organization like Red Panda Network to help book eco-friendly panda-approved trips. Another way is by talking about it. The power of Yap is boundless. Spread the Red Panda propaganda. And I'm not saying they have to, but if we could get the WWF to change their logo, that'd be dope. But speaking of RPN, the easiest way would be by supporting Red Panda Network, either by donating, which I'll be doing, and if you'd like to as well, I'll leave the link in the description, or even adopting a panda. The unproblematic.
Done. Say no more. Don't say any other words. It's just like when they were doing that thing when they were selling trees and shit in other places, and the other one about being an Irish lord or something like that. Just let me, the constellation selling one, the by constellation. Just let me adopt one. Thank you.
Do I get to name it though? Or do I have to stick to the other name?
And we get to name it, and we get a little picture of it, and a little backstory, and a little frame.
That's cute.
Costs an extra $100. All right. What he's about to say next is fake. Thank you.
Way. Or you could volunteer, which now there's an idea for a video, but that's gonna do it for this video. Drink water, hug your mother, touch grass, hug your father. Never stop talking about the original panda. You have my permission to be annoying about it. And I'ma see y'all in the next one.
Look at him. Look at him. He's just so cute. You're telling me he don't like his face smushed?
Yeah, that's really a setup. That's some real, like, I'm about to go extinct shit right there. Have a cute ass face and be like, if you touch me, I will maul you.
You know who don't have that problem? Raccoons.
Yeah, they're fucking hideous.
Raccoons love to be adorable and hang out.
It's like that ugly dude. You'd be like, nobody would want to touch you. They love being touched. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? That makes a lot of sense.
You know what this video taught me? Zoos do not microchip their animals. I just kind of assumed that every animal in the zoo was microchipped so that they could, find them.
I thought you said microtrip, like make them high so they would hallucinate or something.
Why would that be what I was saying?
Waiting. You see how patient I was being? I said, she's got a point. I'm going to let her get there. Let it land. Let it land the ship. Wherever you go. What's wrong with you? Why would you want to trip on balls with pandas?
I don't like you.
I thought it was some kind of like weird druggy thing to make them love getting
I don't do drugs.
That's why I'm wondering what you're talking about. It was a very confusing thing to hear. I waited it out. I was supporting you. It was just getting a little odd. It's okay. We can just do a little snippy snip. You know what I'm saying? If it gets too bad, we just mute it.
It's time to go.
Just let you just talk to the camera in silence.
Tell them goodbye.
See what I'm saying? See how nice that is when she's muted? I like that too. Well, love you. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.